Hey there, folks. I'm Joe Crawford, and pretty much every day I go to CSSBattle.dev and I do the daily target and then I record it. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Oh, look at that. That's fun. That's super fun. Okay, how will we do this? How do we do this? Boy, oh boy. I'm going to try the hard way, and I'm going to do just backgrounds on the body. Is that a good idea? I don't know, maybe. So let's do it. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to do the inner parts of the, so it's a big percent mark. I'm going to do a conic gradient to start. And the conic gradient is going to be the middles of these orange deals. So I'm going to put orange as the background color. So when you have multiple backgrounds, gradients, the final color that you see would be the background color. You could also do background image and then a bunch of gradients and then background dash color. But this is the way I do it. All right, so the first thing we do is transparent, 75%, and it's going to be tall and narrow. So I need to start it with at probably 20 pixels, 70 pixels or something. It might be 50. And then this green color, 0. Okay. Now I'm going to move that over. Here we go. Move it over 50 pixels, 60, 70, 80, 90, and then down 30 pixels, 40, 50, 60, 70. And it turns out it's 80 pixels tall. Nope, it's 60 pixels tall. There it is. So that's the first one. And now we're going to make that repeat. I'm going to set a width, 100 pixels, and then 200 pixels tall. Already not working great. How about 200 pixels wide? Great. And then the height is going to be 100, 30, 40, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 100. All right. So that there. So I've kind of got it. What's the next part? I think the two circles we do as a radial gradient that we move around. So I'm going to set a radial gradient to a variable, dash dash g, radial gradient, and then this will be an ellipse, which will be this on the middle, and it's going to be like ellipse of like 30 per 30 pixels, 60 pixels, let's say, and then that. And I'm sort of guessing 0 and then semicolon. Now I'm going to then remove this and I'm going to put that gradient, var dash dash g. There it is. You can kind of see that. So now I'm going to tweak it. I'm going to make it wider. So what is that, 50? And then I need to make it bigger, 50. That might be right. Might not be, but minus 30 pixels. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and then minus 20 pixels. Do not try this at home. I think that's right. Only because those are even numbers. Typically, it would be very, very difficult to get that right. I have a lot of experience. Do not expect to get that easily. But there's two. Now, we still may have a problem. So I'm going to put green on the background now. So this is the background color. It seems to line up pretty well. So I just guessed at these numbers and seem to have gotten it right. So that's a nice surprise. So last thing I want. So what have I made? I made that pattern. So 3 gradients and I get that pattern. Is there another way to do this? Using just gradients? I can't think of one right now. Let's try a linear gradient. And what I'm going to do is set it at 50%, 50%, and we're going to have a non-repeating linear gradient. And I'm going to have it at an angle 30 degrees, transparent, 30%, and then this orange color, 0, and I need a no repeat, don't I? Yeah, I do. No repeat. This is sort of a very goofy way to do it, but I don't care. 30%, and then transparent. So yeah, it's not great. How about 60? That's kind of right. So I just gotta put this in the middle. 62, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. It's not too bad. Let's make it taller. 200 pixels tall. 210, 20, 30, 210. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm going to put this green in the background and let's see where we stand. So this is kind of working and kind of not. How about 220? 220 seems to be right. And let's make it a little wider. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. All right. I think we got it. 35%. Oh, look at that angle. Oh, I like that. We're close, but we're not dead on. This approach is still, so see that angle, how it's a little wonky? We got to get it closer. 670, 71. No, I think minus 70 degrees is right. How about 34, 5, 6, 7? Oh boy, 36.5, 35.5. 35.5 could be right. How about 64.5? All right, I don't think this is dead on, but I'm going to submit it anyway. So that's pretty good. That's effectively three gradients, one of which we reuse in a different way. So it's 99.9%. I don't think percentages is the way to go here. And strictly speaking, I don't care about the height. No, I do care about the height. I don't care about the width. So I'm going to do 100%. There we go. And now I'm going to do values here. 100, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. See how that's marching along? 190, 95, 96, 94, 5, 96, 97, 96. So we're in the ballpark, but not quite. We're not out of the woods. 210 pixels, 30, 40, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How about 35.5? There it is. And then how about this guy? 5.5. All right. And I think that's got it. We'll submit. I do use Safari. I don't use Chromium. So I'm writing code that looks right to me, and the goal is to have it be a little bit more compatible. So the fact that it's working in both Safari and Chromium to me means, hey, this is a better example of code that I might be able to write for a website that I would give to people. Code Golf, the parameters is I want to get the smallest code possible no matter what. And that's not exactly what I do in these videos, which is why I don't feel so bad about sharing them, because I know I'm not going to be a top player. I'm not going to be in the top 10 ever, really, because I write slightly more compatible code. Now, would I be more willing to place a bet that my code will continue to work in a year or 2 years? Yes, I would, because a lot of what the best players do is exploit bugs in Chromium today. Um, and I'm trying to write code for the long term. I got a website that I've been running for 25 years. So that's what's important to me. What's important to you? Totally different. You're completely right if you listen to that and say, That is goofy. That is a goofy way to think about it. It is. It's a very goofy way to think about it. That said, let's minify and unit replace and submit. And then I can't help but think maybe there's another way to do this. Maybe there's another way. Um, what if we did all elements? What if we did everything with elements? How would we do that? Could we do that? Should we do that? Yeah, we should do that. That'll be fun. So let's do it. That's a final score on this guy. There's probably a few more things to tune in here. We've got the unit replacements and unification, and that's the best score for that. So let's, instead of that, let's create a paragraph tag for each one of the figures that we see here, and let's see how easy or hard that is. So to do that, I'm going to do a border radius. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a clip path ellipse. I've had good luck. So there it is. I've had really good luck doing it this way. And I'm going to do border 10 pixels. Actually, no. Do I want to do it that way? No, I think it's that conic gradient. Conic. Well, let's make the ellipses first. This is one of the reminders, right? It's easy when you write code to get bogged down thinking ahead. Instead, do one thing at a time and do it well. That's sort of a good approach. Let's set some margins. So the second number should be something like 200. This number should be like 100 there. Okay, so then let's move this down. 3, 4. And then this number should be less. 40. 42 maybe, probably. 2, 10, 11. And then a little taller. 3, 2. There we go. All right. So that matches really well. And then I'm going to make another one, and I'm going to call that B. And so B, I can do what I can do a translate 100 pixels, move it over, just an identical thing. And then if I have, so how about 1, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, 200. That's great. So now let's make this margin. So margins are north. So think of it this way: north, east, south, west. So this number applies to both these elements. So if I make this negative, I move it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There it is. I haven't forgot about the middle part of that, by the way. So that's that guy. And let's just, I can hear you thinking of like, hey, why don't you do that? You got to do the middle part, one thing at a time. So yeah, let's do it. Conic gradient. And that's, over 20 pixels and down 20 pixels or something. And it's this yellow, 75%. And then transparent, because we're just going to let the green, not black, transparent. There we go. Okay, so then we need an at value. At, what did we say, 50 pixels, 60 pixels? Oh, no, that's not what it was at all. That's okay. We wrote it wrong. We'll write it right now. 20, 30, there it is. It's because it's narrow. 20 pixels, there it is. Okay, so now we got those guys. So the third one is another paragraph tag, which we got to twist into that shape. Oh boy. So we gotta, what do we gotta do? Well, we're using clip path, so we want to reuse clip path, maybe. Yeah, let's reuse clip path. Um, So this is the BC. So for C, or do we want a whole other element for this? That clip path is a polygon of, well, the first thing I'm gonna do is unset it. So there it's a square. And I guess I need to do, what I need to do is I'm gonna translate that 30 pixels over, or, 40, 50, 60, and then up. Okay. And I gotta make it taller too, right? Height 200? No, height 210. Okay. That's kind of cool. Okay. So let's move it over another 70, 80. Oh, 76, 77, 78. And then I'm going to, oh, if I scale it, then I'm going to have real trouble with the clip path. And I don't think I want that. One thing that I could also do is skew it. So I can do a transform, skew X 30 degrees, or minus 30 degrees, or minus 20 degrees. That's a little too cute though, isn't it? And I understand that actually, that's not bad either. That's not bad. And then we get this middle bit that's transparent, and let's make that a var. Var, the inner color is that, or transparent, and I'm just going to do dash dash C is this yellow. So now we got a solid thing. So if I scale it, so now I got multiple translates. I got to translate and I got to scale. I don't know if I want that scale. So that would be like 0.81 to make it narrow. Yeah, that's going to screw things up. That's going to screw my angle too, I think. Yeah. Yeah, that's no good. That's no good. I don't like the skew. I got that skew, and that's not what I want at all. I need to make it wider. So already this is all kinds of code smell. Like this just does not smell good. So instead of translate, and instead of scale, let's not do those things. We're going to set margins. We're going to set all the margins because we need to. Margin. So we just set zeros for everything and then set exactly the numbers we need. So at the top, we need to go negative, minus 200. There's my 220. That much simpler. And then this should be, so translate and scale, we're not doing what we want. So let's go 100. Oh, and even better, this is going to be symmetrical. So I only need two numbers for this margin because it's going to be coming in from each side. 110, 120. That's pretty good. And so this clip path, instead of unset, we're going to do polygon. And it's going to be, 50 pixels, 0, 100%, 100%. So that's the first point. And then the next one is going to be the width minus a number. So that's going to be like 100 pixels, 100%. And then the final is going to be 0, 100%. Or maybe not. So that's the clip path I made. And that doesn't look right at all. Oh, it's 100% 0 is this one here. There we go. So now we increase this number. 6, 7, 8. Good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 61, 2, 3, 4. And now we've made three figures to represent that same thing. So we did two ways. We did all gradients, and then these are all yeah, so that's 100% match. Are there other things that we can do here? Well, one of the things that I haven't done in a while is I can variabilize a bunch of this. So var of dash dash p or ellipse, and then I can say this is dash dash p, and it is the same result. I can also do that with the height, var dash dash h or 120, and then I can set this as dash dash h. And then I can do that with margin. I can do var dash dash m or this, and make this dash dash m. Does that mean, and that makes me want to do this as a margin. So interestingly, what that does is it makes my last one a little harder. So that's no good. So I'm going to set all these numbers again. And it's probably, these are flipped, right? So 242 and 42 are flipped. And there it is. And that does it as well. Not bad. Because why? Because that works because I've got that same minus 60, which is what it was before the translate. So that's not bad. All right, let's minify and unit replace. And can we do an ampersand? Yeah, we can. Ellipse, blah, 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 and submit that. So that's another way to do this. Can you think of other ways to do this? I'm sure you can. You're just as smart as me at this stuff. You just got to practice. It's all practice. Practice, make web pages, have fun with it. What did we show? We showed skew and clip paths and how margins work and how translate works and how skew X works. Lots of fun stuff. So many techniques you could use to apply to your web pages. Hope you go make a web page, and I'll again say that the world is the United States in particular is a mess. Be kind to each other, be kind to yourself, and go make that web page.